Hi, this is Annie Lupton of Boho Chic Fiber Co. Today I'm going to show you how to work a Picot, I'm not sure how you say it, but this kind of bind off. And I use this bind off on the edge of my first frost shawl, among other patterns. But it's really simple, and I'm just going to show you how to do it. So I have a little swatch worked up that I had worked up from a short row shaping video, and I'm going to use it to show you how to do the Picot bind off on this edge up here. And this is a cute way to add a little bit of a feminine kind of fancy little touch to binding off your stitches. So in the first frost pattern, I have you cast on 2 stitches using the cable method and then binding off 4. So each pattern might be slightly different. If you're using a different pattern, follow the number of stitches that they recommend, but I'll do it just like I did in my first frost pattern. So to do the cable method cast on, all you're going to do is you have your last 2 stitches on the needle. You're going to insert your right hand needle in between the last 2 stitches, and you're going to pull up a strand through those 2, and you're just going to place it on your left hand needle. That's it. And you can do that as many times as you like. You're always going to work between the first and 2. So that was the first one we pulled up from there. We're going to move over, and between the first 2 stitches, we're going to pull up 1 more. So now we have 2 extra stitches on our needles. So you're going to cast on 2 stitches using the cable method like I just showed you, and then you're just going to bind off 4 the normal way that you bind off stitches. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. After you've bound off 4 stitches, you're going to put the stitches on your right hand needle back onto your left hand needle. And you can see that first one that we formed there. And then we're going to do the same thing over again. We're going to pick up 1 stitch from in between those 2 and put it on your left hand needle, and we're going to do that one more time. In between the first 2, pick it up, put it on the left hand needle. So we've cast on 2 extra stitches. Now we're going to bind off 4 again. So we're binding off those first 2 stitches that we made and then the 2 next stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Put it back to the left hand needle, and again, cast on 2 stitches, bind off 4 stitches. And we're just going to do that across the whole shawl. Back onto the left hand needle. And you can see there's your little picots that were made. I'll do a couple more so I can take it off and show you. So we're going to cast on the 2 stitches using the cable method. 1 more. And then bind off 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a slower way to do a bind off, but it creates, like I said, a really cute, fancy kind of edging. I'm showing you on thicker yarn just to have it be seen better, but when it's on smaller yarn, fingering weight yarn like in this pattern, it's just a really delicate edge. And when you're doing that, you are going to get kind of, I'll pull them so you can see, you kind of get a little hole where it's made, and that's totally normal and fine. So these are your picots. There's kind of like a little hole there, just from where, when you slide it back onto the needle right here, you're going to have like a little gap there. But I think that that just adds to the look of it. So that's how you do a Picot bind off. If you have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment below or send me an email. And if there's any other of my patterns that you would like clarification on, feel free to let me know that as well, and I'd be happy to make another video tutorial for you. Thanks, have a good day.